If you've been feeling tired, dealing with allergies, or battling unexplained health problems, mold might be the hidden culprit. In this video, I'm going to share some eye-opening facts about mold exposure, how common it really is, and most importantly, how to get rid of it. Let's start with what mold exposure actually is. Mold is a type of fungus that grows in damp, humid environments, and it spreads through microscopic spores that float in the air. These spores can attach to surfaces, clothing, or even your lungs when you breathe them in. While a small amount of mold in the environment is normal, excessive exposure can lead to serious health issues. Now, here's a statistic that might shock you. According to the Environmental Protection Agencies, 1 in 3 homes in the United States has some form of mold growth. That's a staggering 33%. And here's the kicker. The majority of homeowners don't even realize it's there. Mold thrives in areas like basements, bathrooms, kitchens, and anywhere there's moisture. If you've ever had a leak, flood, or even high humidity like in Florida, I got infected when I was staying at a hotel. I don't always like air conditioning, and so it was in the ducts. Your home could be at risk if you're dealing with this, right? But how does mold affect your health? Mold exposure can cause a wide range of symptoms, including coughing, sneezing, itchy eyes, and skin irritations. I had chronic fatigue. My ex-wife had what she thought was allergies, etc. And it's so invisible, it almost seems like people are just complaining, but it's very taxing on your system. For people with asthma or other respiratory issues, it can make symptoms much worse. Some studies even suggest that long-term mold exposure can lead to chronic fatigue, memory problems, and other neurological effects. According to the World Health Organization, 10 to 50% of indoor environments in buildings are damp enough to promote mold growth, increasing the risk for these health issues. So what can you do if you suspect mold in your home? First, look for visible signs of mold, black or green spots on walls, ceilings, or furniture. But keep in mind, not all mold is visible. If you notice a musty odor or experience unexplained health symptoms that improve when you leave home, that's a red flag. To address mold, the first step is controlling moisture. Fix any leaks in your roof, pipes, or walls as soon as possible. Keep humidity levels below 60%, ideally between 30 and 50%. You can use a dehumidifier to help with this. Also, you can make sure to ventilate areas like the bathroom and kitchen where moisture tends to build up. If you already have mold, small areas can be cleaned with soap and water or commercial mold remover. I do believe vinegar gets rid of about 85%. If your house is infected with it, it needs to be professionally remediated. But for larger infestations, anything over 10 square feet, you should call a professional, absolutely. Mold remediation experts can safely remove the mold and help prevent it from coming back. Remember, simply painting over mold or covering it up won't solve the problem. Another tip, be proactive. Regularly check areas like basements and attics, especially if you live in a humid climate. If you're renting, don't hesitate to bring up mold concerns with your landlord. Absolutely. And some landlords are slumlords, so work as best as you can. Report it if you have to. Mold isn't just a nuisance, it's a health hazard, and it needs to be taken seriously, uber seriously in my book. Before we wrap up, here's a quick recap. Mold is incredibly common, affecting 1 in 3 homes in the US. It can cause serious health problems, from respiratory issues to chronic fatigue. The best way to protect yourself is by controlling moisture, regularly inspecting your home, and addressing mold growth as soon as you spot it. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with anyone you think might need this information. And if you need help addressing mold, email me at support@certifiedhealthnut.com and I will send you my mold guide for free.